We would be honored if you would grayskull. I recently tried to force feed myself a few episodes of the new SheRa. Okay, now I'm a child of the 80s. I watched He-Man. I watched some of SheRa. Mostly the crossover episodes where they, are revealed to be twins and they have to fight bad guys together. I had a really good dog named SheRa. She was a cross between a Labrador Retriever and a Catahoula Cur. And if you've never been to Louisiana, you probably don't know what one of those are, but they're damn good dogs, really smart. They're farming dogs. They hunt. They corral swine. They grab roosters. All that kind of stuff. Best dog. Top 2-3 dogs I've ever had. Now, at first glance, the new SheRa is a little girl show on its surface. But there's a heavy social engineering element that cannot be ignored. Let's go back in time a little bit. SheRa, where did that name come from? There was an Egyptian Naturu called Amun-Ra. Okay, Amun-Ra was also known as the absent god. And my belief is that when the Hebrews were imprisoned by the Egyptians, that sort of idealism rubbed off on their idea of Yahweh Elohim. And, it's a way to explain how there is a God, but he's not here and we can't see him. And that's a much, much bigger topic than I have room to discuss in this video, so if you guys are interested in that, let me know down there in the comments. But Amun-Ra was the boss god, and so we get a SheRa. Okay, girl power, strong women. The show is simplistic in the sense that yes, it's made for children. So there's not going to be a lot of elaborate plot twists and details and thoughtful dialogue that would be entertaining for adults. It's just meant for kids to be like, wow, I want that toy for Christmas. The forces behind the show are making this show purposefully diverse in the same sense that they're making movies for adult entertainment purposefully diverse. And by that I mean identity politics. So there's every race that's represented. And it seems a little put on to me. Okay, I can accept characters of different races. Okay, I'm composed of many races. That's fine. But shoving it down young kids' throats at an early age. I have a 5-year-old. When she asks me what we are, I say we're members of the universe. Okay? I don't talk to her about black and white and yellow and red and green and purple and blue. I'm like, no, just beings come in all different shapes and sizes. Different people on different planets look different than we do. And just be the best person you can be. Because none of that other shit matters. Okay? If I'm from Zebulon 5 and I'm purple and I have antennas sticking out of my head, I'm not going to come down to Earth and scream about my diversity and I want to be represented in little girl cartoons. It's not a good look. To the point where, okay, they have a black dude in the show named Bo, but he comes off as extremely effeminate. Almost to the point where he's like, they insinuate he's gay. But he even like wishes he was a princess at one point in the first couple episodes. And he's basically the low rent Sokka in this show. He's the goofy comedy relief. Okay, um, only the women are allowed to be strong in this show. Now, when SheRa hulks up, um, she resembles a boy, a transgender boy, or like a boy with long hair. And they talk about her being like 12 foot tall, and you know, she took down an army with a sword and all that kind of shit. Um, which isn't a problem. Her being a girl is not a problem. And I know girls come in all different shapes and sizes, but if we're looking at heroes, they should be idealized versions of women, not women, women. Okay, so there's no reason that she can't look like a shapely female like we see in comic books and still kick ass. Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. She is hot as fuck and she kicks ass. She can probably take on Superman on her good day. I touched on this earlier. SheRa is like Kmart Avatar for little girls. And I'm speaking about Avatar The Last Airbender. I highly suspect that they use the same Korean animation house because a lot of their gags and emotional quirks strongly resemble Avatar The Last Airbender, which was a much higher quality show, much better story, much better acting. Now it was aimed, I believe, for the same age demographic for boys as SheRa is aimed for girls. But the storytelling in SheRa, while it's passable, so far is kind of shit. I found myself yelling at the screen a couple times, like, SheRa, you need to do this. And she didn't do that. She went somewhere else. When I was watching Avatar, I was like, Aang, you need to do this, and he fucking did it. And it's not like I need Aang to listen to me, but when your reaction in real time is answered by the show, either the second you thought it or the following few seconds, then you know that it's a good show. And they're like, okay, we thought of this beforehand. So when the audience gets pissed off, we have the answer right here. SheRa hulks up with her fucking sword. And she's just like Aang in the Avatar state. Like, she's glowing. And she walks around like, you know, and everyone's like, holy shit. And then she just sticks her sword in the ground and like everything explodes. And the bad guys are defeated. And then she goes, ugh. And she turns back into Adora. The, you know, the more, slightly more feminine version of SheRa. And then she has a unicorn that's her fake opera. SheRa stole my Chinese salute. This thing is an honorific of the Kung Fu community. Okay? You have the power, but you're concealing the power, and you use it as a sign of respect. Okay? Doesn't mean you can't snap it and all that kind of stuff like I normally do. But this is like, I respect you as a warrior. I'm meeting you on a battlefield. This might be our last moments. But that kind of thing. And she does that as she hulks up. And it fucking kills me every time I see it. If it was a better show, I might not mind. But it makes me wonder who came up with that idea. And just don't. My name is Mortal Coil. Give a thumbs up. Subscribe. Ding the bell for notifications. Drop a comment and let me know what you want to see on future editions of Savage Spirituality. Share the video if you find it pertinent. And remember, SheRa is the brother of He-Man. Do you think we're going to get to see him